Alright, once again, thank you, Mr. Deezus, from That Freaking Show, aka the final announcement for the great intro, coming from the classic Double Dragon. And speaking about video games and fighting games, more likely, I'm kind of ticked off that I'm an Xbox One owner, not a PS4 owner, considering that Fighting EX layer just came out yesterday, and I freaking love the EX series, but you know what, it is what it is. But anyway, back to lifting and back to training, so you guys basically I decided to do a compilation video of all my training footage from earlier in the week. So here is me doing chest Sunday. I don't know if I'm playing this on a Saturday. And I actually did this chest and back. So of course I had to grab the earthquake bar to switch things up. So I did flat bench to the earthquake bar. You guys still see in the background I was doing bent over rolls with the hex bar. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you already know what it's gonna go to. So it's not just a regular bent over roll, it's a hex bar bent over roll. And of course the superset the bent over roll with some shrugs, as you see right here, as well as some calf raises, because hey, that's the only point of list we were going to look at. So, train your cows and help them with your cows. And while I'm on the subject, Mr. Robert Frank actually has a new podcast. So if you're in the area or if you have internet connection, you should, if you're watching this video, go ahead, check out Mr. Robert Frank's channel and also download his podcast to your iPhone or Android device right now. I told you right now. And you'll hopefully get some good criminal intelligence. And hopefully I did not check up the impersonation too badly. Anyway, let me be serious for a second. Start doing that monster mega set. I decided to go right into doing some incline bench with the earthquake bar right afterwards. As you can see right here in this clip. Oh, well, there actually is some good news for us Xbox and Xbox 360 fans. The fact that if you're of Games of Gold, this month we will be getting Assault Android Cactus tomorrow, which will be July 1st, as well as Death Squared on the 25th. And then tomorrow as well on 360 you'll be getting Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown and Tom Clancy's Splinter Convention. And actually, it's pretty good considering my gym in the basement has an Xbox 360, meaning I can play Virtua Fighter 5 while doing my cardio. Giggity. So yep, tomorrow I can do cardio while playing Virtua Fighter 5. And anyways, you guys see it, speaking about lifting and cardio, we're right back into doing some pull-ups, right doing those incline bench sessions. So yes, you guys see how I do 5, 5, 5, and 5. So basically 5 reps, wide grip, pronated grip, then of course a wide neutral grip, then a semi-wide supinated grip after the pronated one, and then finally a close neutral grip. And of course, give you an idea of doing neutral grip, one thing I did right after doing this was of course some dips, pretty much like a neutral grip press, and actually hitting my triceps as well as my triceps as well as the end part of my chest. And actually some more good news for Xbox fans. If you have Xbox Game Pass or Xbox One, this month you'll be getting Abuzu, Dirt 4, Fallout 3, Human, Fall Flat, Shadow Complex Remastered is a freaking awesome game, so I'm definitely hyped to be playing that. Next step tomorrow, I'll probably download as soon as I get on for the gym. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Zombie Army Trilogy, and then the 10th, Bomber Crew will be added, and finally on the 11th, Warhammer Vermintide 2 will be added. But anyway, right after doing those dips, I had to go right doing some back. So as you guys see here, I decided to go ahead and do some resistance band back rolls, kind of like doing a cable back roll in the gym. And it's like using it with a rope. I mean, there are more said, kind of make sure you get that extra squeeze in the back to really put the lats in, get that pump going. And of course, had to go right and do some upper chest work. So right now I'm doing a superset of reverse grip incline chest press with a pronated grip chest press. Okay, last bit of gaming news. In terms of that, Google may be coming out with new gaming hardware in the near future. However, just like this Ars Technica article has it listed, they basically use the shell from the failed Apple Pippin for as a role model, and unfortunately, if they follow the same suit as Apple and Amazon, it's going to probably fail miserably. Just saying, because you can't make it online all the time like on live, because people's internet connections are super slow. Not to mention people like AT&T and Verizon F up constantly. And of course, people want to have their physical media. Just saying. And actually, back to the workout, as you guys see here, my laps are coming in like crazy. See that? You see that pump going? You see that? You see them gains? You see them gains? So yeah, man, I had to do some pronated grip, lat pull down, superset it with some supinated grip, and of course I go side to side like I pull off my man Bull Sleep Fitness. Check out his channel if you get a chance. But yeah, man, going back to what Google's coming up with, if they do this stuff the right way, it could be successful. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know really see how people are getting hyped about it, because technically it would just be another Google box. Android box, aka Raspberry Pi with licensed games. So technically, yeah, it'll be pretty much an app store on a box, which you're already doing with Xbox 360 or Xbox One and PS4. But it'll be ARM-based technology, so it may be a little bit easier to program. But other than that, I really don't see the advantage to them doing this unless they get some good exclusives. So yeah, kind of fence about this one. We'll see what happens when it comes out. But then again, we're all saying that Microsoft couldn't pull it off, and basically they pretty much killed the game with Xbox versus Xbox 360. So only time will tell if Google's successful or not, or they fell miserably. But anyway, right doing this awesome back pump. Look at that muscle popping out. Had to go ahead and do some seated chest press to really fry out the chest, as you guys see right here in this video, with the Bionic bar that I actually picked up at Myers for 20 bucks. Okay, going from one type of geek media to another type of geek media. Now in comic news, turns out that eBay is actually starting to sell discounted digital comics. Yes, right, ladies and gentlemen. You can now go on to eBay and actually get cheaper versions of digital comics, even though people normally go in there to pay high prices for old, full printed issues. So yeah, so I guess it's kind of good if you want to get yourself digitally. Hey, it is what it is. But anyway, prior to the chest press, I had to do this little bit of pulling motion. So right now I'm actually setting some rear delt pulls with some ab crunch spins off this workout. In other comic news, it turns out now you can go to Humble Bundle, and for $1 you can get Green Lantern Heroes Quest, who's basically the index for Cal, what's his face, being the third Green Lantern, Wayne of Gotham, pretty much a new Batman graphic novel, Batman the Stone King, Green Lantern Sleepless Book 1, and then Countdown. So yeah, all three of these graphic audio novels will be $1 on Humble Bundle. Then for $8 you can get DC Universe Last Sons, The Flash Stop Motion, Wonder Woman Mythos, It's Superman, Green Lantern Sleepers Book 2, Justice League of America Exterminators, and then Infinity Crisis Part 1 and Part 2. And then finally, if you do like me, I had to pay 15 bucks because I want to get all these digital comics, especially all the traveling I'm be doing, so I'm listening in the car as I'm driving across the country this later on in July. You also will get DC Universe Trail of Time, Batman Dead White, Batman Inferno, Enemies and Allies, Superman The Never Ending Battle, Green Lantern Sleepers Book 3, Final Crisis, and then finally New 52 Books 1 and 2. And of course, the following day, which was also earlier in this week, I had to hit some shoulders up, and I started the shoulder routine off by doing some standing shoulder press, of course with earthquake bar, and yes, that's a kettlebell, and water does almost as heavy as a kettlebell. And yeah, I know I'm ignorant for doing it, but you know it is what it is. That extra water stability and stability makes it way harder than you guys think it will make it. And of course, like doing that to follow suit with a similar movement by doing some handstand push with suspension trainer. Hey man, I don't have Superman genetics, so I have to use suspension trainer for the time being until I get some superhuman delt strength and torsion strength. It is what it is. I'm not one to that, especially you see how long my freaking arms are. Kind of go to the idea of levers and fulcrums. Long lever and a tiny fulcrum. Yeah, I ain't trying to snap my freaking shoulders and elbows up. And of course, right doing that, we're right doing some shrugs. Ain't going too heavy with it because hey, I know how to deadlift day. Actually, I did deadlift the following day, but did not report in the gym because I figured this would make this video way too long. So yeah, did some shrugs. First from the back, from the front, and then from the back, as you guys see right here. And I followed suit by doing a few supersets to finish off my shoulders and arms. So of course I had to do some loud raise superset with alternate bicep curls, and then of course I had to do a superset of front raises with rear delt flies. Oh yeah, and last little bit of new geek news: the fact that we got probably know at this point, Power of the Primes, aka the third part of the new Transformers series, is being aired on Gold 10, Gold 9, whatever it is. I don't know why I don't put it on YouTube, but anyway, Hasbro's new Transformers trilogy. Basically, the whole series is going to stop as of Tuesday of next week. And at this point, yeah, actually looks pretty interesting. Not exactly the best Transformers series out there, but not complete garbage either. So yeah, it was an interesting take. Pretty much G1 Transformers with a little bit of Beast Wars thrown into the action as well. And from looking at it, I think it's a completely different alternate universe of G1, considering once you get to the second half of Season 3 of the series, yeah, there's no way that Beast Wars can happen the same way that it happened after G1. Well, you have to watch to figure this out, especially considering that Optimus Primal shows up a lot sooner in this variation, in this continuity as well. Anyway, back to the workout footage. Alright, as you guys see here, I finished up this workout by doing a superset of overhead charge extensions with some neutral grip bicep curl hammer curls. And yeah, based on the expression of my face, I was like, what the f at the end of that workout. Anyway, following workout, I decided to go ahead and train legs again at home. So you guys see, I started off by doing some squats with the earthquake bar. I did about a few reps, trying to rough it out, not going to try to go too heavy because hey, as of the day, I'm 1 week out from the show, and when I did this, I was like a week and a half out from the show. So yeah, it didn't make sense for me to go heavy and snap my ish up, which is exactly why I use the earthquake bar, keep it from being ego lifting and everything else. And of course, to follow suit, I had to follow this off by doing some front lunge with the earthquake bar. And of course, I'm still trying to keep my strength up, had to do some rack pulls with the earthquake bar. And then of course, finish it off by doing some Romanian deadlifts with a regular steel bar, but with some chains to change things up because hey, I'm at home, let me use some stuff I can't use at LA Fitness. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, or this video, thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. The next time, keep living strong, and peace out.